Hey guys, it's Megan. I hope you're having an amazing day today. So, it's Sunday, self love Sunday, self care Sunday. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. And I wanted to just talk about one of my favorite topics to talk about, which is the journey of following your dreams and just like your life's purpose and the path that you're on and why it's a journey. It's like it's literally your life's purpose. And I just got off a phone call with my mom and I confide a lot in her at this time in my life and I just talk to her a lot about just my own journey in my career and where it's going and what I want to accomplish and um it just was really profound because we just were talking and she's like, "You know what, Megan, honestly," which is such a good point. Because sometimes I'll, just start thinking, oh my gosh, well, I'm only 23 and blah, 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 and this and that and all this stuff. But it's like, I have to really, 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 really realize that your dreams and your goals and what you feel like your purpose in life is, it's that. It's like it's your life's purpose. It's not, "Oh my god, I'm going to have 20 million followers on Instagram and that's going to fulfill me or that's what it's meant." But living in LA, it can definitely sometimes make you feel like, or not just LA, but in this generation, it's like, someone who has 30,000, it's like I can start comparing myself a lot and thinking that I'm not good enough or that um something is wrong, like just all that stuff. But it's like we really have to realize that it's like for me, it's like I already am a motivational speaker and I already am doing it. And I've already been on the news a ton, and I'm going to be featured in Forbes magazine next month in the 30 under 30. And a lot of cool stuff is happening. And just to really, really, really remember to be grateful and to really realize that you have to enjoy the journey, because if you're too busy comparing yourself or your journey to other people and their life and how they got to where they are, then you're never going to be present in yours and watching your own miracles unfold, which is just a crazy thing. And to also think, like for me, it's like I'm 23 and that's obviously super young. And I never want to take that for granted. And I feel really, really lucky that I started motivational speaking at 20 and I've been doing it for a long time. And um, it's been such a cool journey. And to also remember that, people like Oprah Winfrey and Tony Robbins and these incredible people, I mean, it's like, did anyone know who they were when they were 21? No. Like, I have to remember that. And because, yes, I have extremely high standards and goals for my life, and I want to accomplish really incredible things. So it's like, I have to, like, remember, to not get so upset over the people who have 35 million YouTube follower or just these insane amount of followings, which in today's world, it gets you a lot of opportunities and you're famous. But it's it's like, but I'm already doing it and I'm on my own journey. And that doesn't mean anything other than it's just a difference of life paths and what's meant for people and what shows up in your life. So I wanted to share that because that was a super interesting conversation. And I was just talking to my mom, and she always just gives such good advice to me. And, just really, she's like, "You know what, Megan? I mean, like one day when you're older, you are going to when you're in your 30s or when you have a family and you're settled down, you're going to wish that you just like really, really, really understood in this moment. And she's like, I'm telling you now, but like, you really should understand how powerful this is, that you are 23 years old and you've already written 3 books and you've done a TEDx talk and you've already been on the news and you're about to be featured in Forbes. Like, all of these incredible things are happening. And yet a part of me is still wanting to compare myself to other people and to still go down that stupid rabbit hole of, oh well, am I good enough, or is that person going to do that and they're going to accomplish? But it's like, I all I can literally control is how hard I work and how well I take care of myself, and which I'm doing that. And I eat like, I'm doing everything, and I'm using all of my own resources networking. So it's like, it's it's silly to get lost in the things that in the bigger picture just don't even matter. And it's we like we as people, and especially me and anyone else who is following their dreams and just in the process of following their dreams and they want big things to happen, we have to remember that everyone has every person is different. We all were born in different states and we all come from different families, and we all are raised differently and have different passions, and it all unfolds differently for every single person. Like, not everyone is going to have the same exact, like, oh, they used this producer and they got that one gig on this show and they all use the same publisher and the same. It all took everyone, 5 years to get that way. But it's so I don't know. And then I also, went on, I just literally, after I talked to my mom, I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I just talked to my mom, because that is so true. And I mean, it's like, we only get one life to live, and I don't want to waste it spending it scrolling for hours, like, aimlessly, and you're not even being mindful about it, and you're just on autopilot, and you're like, oh my God, my God, my God. But it's like, to also really realize that, yes, everyone has their own path, separate lane and path and journey in life. And you can't compare yours to other people, because you'll constantly, at least for me, if I know I'm comparing myself to other people for whatever reason, I know that I'm never going to feel good enough. It's always going to be, I call it horizon living, where your happiness or your joy or anything is always like a foot away. It's like you're watching the horizon, or you're swimming towards the horizon, you're on a surfboard, and it's just never there. It's like infinity pool, you're trying to get to the end of it, but the end is like never there. It's never here. It's always like in the distance. And that's like number one with comparing people is you just can't do it, because you'll never feel like satisfied or happy enough with what you do if you're thinking about other people in your field or so and so. And for me, it's like, I could go on and on about, like, oh my gosh, but my acne is this way, but I'm single. Like, I could think of a million things, just as anyone could, where it's like a million things that are not going right or not on time or not. But it's like, whether you are religious or spiritual or whatever, like, I do just, I have to think that, like, there is just a divine, godly, universal time to things, where things just, like, yes, work hard, yes, hustle, yes, oh my gosh, I do all those things, but also to realize that, like, there's just a certain limit where you just have to, like, let stuff go and, like, let it just be out of your control. But um the point of this message is, as I stare at a picture of Oprah on my vision board, um, it's like you just have to believe in yourself and you just have to not give up. And you really have to like believe in miracles and believe that like yes, I am going to be incredible. And for me, I know I have to stay optimistic and just super pumped and positive and really grateful about, you know what? Um, I have a lot of things to be lucky, like to think like, yes, I still have some, I'm only 23. Um, and I've already accomplished a lot. I have a lot of stuff still happening and still really cool stuff like being featured in Forbes and Entrepreneur Magazine and on Yahoo and on the Today Show's website. It's like all these really, really incredible opportunities. And still, I mean, it's just like the tip of the iceberg, but it's, I just feel like I just wanted to share that because I know that there are a lot of people who are in the midst of following their dreams and making it happen, and you're working hard and you're using all your resources. But um, if you ever get in your own head and you feel like you're on a merry-go-round, kind of repeating the same exact stuff over and over again, and you're just like, wait, is this even real? Wait, is this rational? Wait, is this actually going to happen? Wait, am I actually doing well in my life? And am I like happy and taking care of myself? Just to really like calm down and like to talk to someone else and to just let your thoughts be heard. But um yeah, I mean, it's a super powerful thing when you are following your passions and whatever makes you happy, and just allowing the journey of what's meant for you. And to I don't know, just to just to stay pumped up and focused, and just to realize that things do happen when they are meant to. And yes, like I still work hard and I'm still hustling and I'm still making stuff happen every day and sending, like the 500 emails like I'm still doing that. And but yeah, I mean, this is just coming from one fellow big dreamer to another. And who knows where, like life is going to take me in my career. But it does make me happy to like think about people like Oprah Winfrey, who when she was 21, she was working at a local news station in Chicago, and she was like, just like not just getting started, but kind of. That kind of stuff makes me happy to think about. Like, I mean, she's one of the most successful and influential women. She's one of the most influential and successful woman. I don't know. um, and in the world, and she had a horrible, traumatic upbringing, and she was dirt poor. And just, I read a column on her website called "The Things That I Wish What I Wish My 21-year-old Self Knew." And reading that now when I'm 23 really just opened my eyes. And she talked a lot about just she wished that she wished that she didn't have so much self-doubt and so much insecurity and anger and negative emotions and questioning her career and her potential and all that stuff. And I think it's easy to do that when you're in the beginning stages. Like for me, I am of my career, and to start, letting your thoughts drifting into the negative if someone doesn't reply to you in 5 minutes, or in one day something doesn't happen. But you really, really have to just like realize like most things, like my mom said, she's like, Megan, it's not going to happen overnight. We just have to accept that. That's just life. It's like you can't get so literally so upset over if something does not happen in 5 minutes or 5 hours, but, um, that's just the way my mind is. Like, I'm very like a Ferrari, like, I just wanna go like 1,000 miles per hour at all times and accomplish everything and do everything, but I already have, like, a lot for a motivational speaker who's, an author and who's, just doing all that stuff, but, um, it's also it's like, it's not even, like, about what I have done or what, like, I don't even know, it's never about the followers or the likes or subscribers, like, to me, it's literally about, um, the people that I've met on this journey. It's been so profound and so, like, powerful and full circle. Every school that I've spoken at, just literally meeting the teenagers in the school and just meeting all of the people in my TEDx talk and, um, the teenagers who were sitting in the audience who watched me go on stage and talk about my story with anxiety and how I overcame it when I was in high school. It's like I was talking to my 16-year-old self and meeting those kids after, and they wanted to take a picture with me, and just like meeting other people. And some people recognize me when I'm out in public and they're like, "Are you Megan?" I'm like, "Yes." It's just like, it's just so crazy. And that to me is way more priceless and way more important than um the like getting caught up in the comparing my, social media following to other people or whatever. But it's like life is the blessing, like life is the good stuff. And like the spiral of social media, and to also realize that like what I'm doing, it's like I never in a million years ever, 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 ever would have thought that I would be speaking at schools openly about my anxiety and sharing my story with teenagers and being a positive role model and someone that they can look up to. And I never would have ever thought that in a million years, because it wasn't that long ago that I kept it such a secret and I didn't tell other people except for my parents and my sister. And it was such an embarrassment to me, and I I was not empowered by it, and I was more ashamed, and I felt like it was a burden and like this thing that I had lingering over here that like would sometimes affect me, and this kind of I felt like a puppet and I was being controlled by just some force greater than myself. And that like, oh, it's 4 o'clock on a Tuesday, well, I have to get anxious now because that's what always happens to me. But I really realized that like we create our thoughts. There's no hidden monster controlling us or thing dictating how our day goes. It's just us. We are the narrator of our story. And to view people as just like characters, like it just helps me, just to view it as more of like I don't know, just like a bigger picture type thing. So I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. And moral of the story, morals with Megan, story time with Megan on Sundays, is to just trust your journey. To me, though, it's like as long as you are taking care of yourself and you're putting yourself first and you're eating healthy and you're getting enough sleep and you're staying hydrated and you're making smart choices, that to me is you're trusting your journey and you're working hard, but to just trust like the timing of things. And um yes, it's just such a crazy time in my life. So um I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. And once again, if any of you ever feel discouraged and you're on the path of following your dreams as well, literally just like, I mean, it's just like, I don't know, it's just crazy because all the people that we look up to and we're like, oh, I wish I could be like them. They're still people. They still did it somehow, and like they may be older or younger than us, but it's like they did it and they're people, so we can all do it too. And it may take time, it may take meeting a certain person or being in a certain place at a certain time and having, like, luck or right timing, but, it's think anytime that you get frustrated or you think that something's not happening and you're just like, "Why me? Why not now? Why this? Why that?" Truly take a step back and realize that focus on it's like anytime you are looking too much, like, into that's so cool. Um, Anytime that you are just, too zoomed in and you're focusing too much on the little things, you have to take a step back and realize that there is such a bigger picture of everything going on. And, like, for me, being a motivational speaker and speaking at middle schools and high schools, that for me is the bigger picture of getting to go in and share my story with teenagers and to have that connection. And to me, it's like I'm healing my teenage self along the way because I am the person that I wish was around when I was in high school. And I am the person coming into schools and giving the real advice and the story. That I wish so badly was happening or around. So, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and just don't forget, if you ever feel like you're in a rut or you start getting negative and you feel like you're just trudging in mud water, don't forget that you are magical, and you are unique and one of a kind and special, and there's just so many times the day where I have to, like, pull myself out of this, and I'm like, "Wait, what's even happening?" Um, because we just have to remember, like I said, following your life's purpose and your passions, it's it's your life. It's your life's purpose. You're following it, and, um, it's not about the little things or getting frustrated or angry. It's literally just about realizing that, you know what, everyone was put here on earth for a reason, and it's about time that we all discover what we were put on earth to do. And it's just so magical to really, 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 really step into our purpose and to full circle realize why things happened the way that they did and why we are where we are and who we are and what makes us all unique and special and all that stuff. So, I hope you guys have an amazing day and go spend your Sunday. I'm about to go hiking because I could use some nature and some Megan time. So, I hope you guys have an amazing day and go spread some positivity and yeah, just enjoy life. Okay, bye.